Good day, everyone. I hope you're doing well. We are pleased to see a full audience today, and we appreciate you taking the time to join this webinar. Welcome to today's session, Search, Import, Automate. How enterprises launch AI workflows in minutes without starting from scratch. Yes, this session is not about AI theory or experimentation. It's about pure execution. We know that generally most enterprises already have access to powerful AI. What's slowing them down is how long it takes to turn AI into real and production ready workflows. Today, we'll show how enterprises are changing that by reusing proven automation, executing faster, and scaling with control. Let me introduce the speakers for today. I'm Heman Jedala, Product Manager at Bizdata. I work closely with enterprise customers on how AI automation moves from pilots into real-world execution. Joining me is my colleague Fardeen Sheikh Akhtar, AI Solution Architect at Bizdata. Fardeen designs and delivers production-grade AI workflows and agents across complex enterprise environments, and he'll be leading the live demo today. Together, we'll walk through both the strategy and, most importantly, the execution. And a quick context about Bizdata before we dive into today's webinar. Bizdata works with enterprises to help them integrate systems, automate processes, and operationalize AI across complex environments. Our focus is very simple, that is execution. We help teams move from disconnected pilots to repeatable and production-ready automation. The platform that you'll be seeing today in action, eZintegrations, is where workflows, AI workflows, and agents actually run in real enterprise environments. Coming to through session that address the real needs that enterprises face today. Then we'll clearly break down the differences between workflow automation, AI workflows, AI agents, and agentic AI using real enterprise examples. From there, we'll introduce how enterprises move from clarity to action using Automation Hub, and how automation moves from discovery to execution using eZintegrations. Finally, we'll bring all of this together with a live demo, showing workflow automation, AI workflows, and AI agents, and agentic AI running end to end. Then finally, we'll wrap up with Q&A. So, by end of this session, you should have a clear mental model for automation and AI, and a practical starting point you can take back to your teams. That's the main agenda for this webinar. Now, the real problem. Let's jump into the real problem. You know what? Let's reframe the real problem that enterprises face today. It's not that organizations lack AI, and it's not that they lack automation tools. The real issue here is confusion. That is confusion before execution. Generally, business teams are unsure what kind of automation they actually need. IT teams are unsure how to implement it clearly. Leadership is unsure which platforms to standardize on. At the same time, terms like workflows, AI workflows, agents, and agentic AI gets mixed up together. So initiatives start in parallel. Tools get evaluated in isolation, and pilots move forward without clear path to production. And obviously, the final result is always a failure. So AI exists, automation exists, but there's no shared understanding of where to start and how to scale. That's the real problem we'll be solving today. If you see the screen, the stats that we put on the screen, 70 to 85%, 85 percentage of the enterprises AI initiatives fail to reach expected outcomes, and less than 25% of AI use cases ever scale beyond pilots. That's the problem that we'll be solving in today's webinar. And before, jumping into the live demo, let me clear up one of the biggest sources of confusion we see across enterprises. You know, most business users here, they come across terms like workflow automation, AI workflows, AI agents, agentic AI, and everything sounds similar. In reality, these are different levels of intelligence meant for different types of business problems. Let me walk through this with very real everyday enterprise examples. Let's start with workflow automation. This is the simplest form of automation. Here you already know exactly what steps need to happen. You just don't want humans doing them manually. A very common example here is sales order synchronization. Let's take SAP and Salesforce here. Now, orders come into SAP. That same order must be synced in the Salesforce, and a confirmation email needs to be sent. So here, the automation is straightforward. Order is created in SAP. Required fields are validated. Order is created in Salesforce. Confirmation email is sent. The key point here is consistency. Same repeatable steps every time, same data structure, no interpretation required. This is why AI is not needed here. The system doesn't need to understand anything. Think of this like this, if X happens, then always do Y, like rule based. That's workflow automation. Next, AI workflow. Here the process is known. See, a very real example I can take here is invoice processing. Generally, invoices arrive via email as PDFs. Formats, vary from vendor to vendor, and humans currently read invoices and enter data into ERP systems manually. Here, the workflow itself is clear. Receive invoice, extract key fields, validate against purchase order, post it to ERP, and handle exceptions. Now, where AI comes into the picture here. So AI, what it does here is it can actually read the PDF, it can extract the invoice number, it can extract the vendor details, and classify the content. But the overall workflow, if you see, it is still controlled. The approval logic is fixed, ERP posting rules are fixed. So AI helps here to remove the human effort, but it does not take over the process. A good way to think about this is the process is fixed, but the humans were needed to read and interpret. That's an AI workflow for you guys. Next, AI agent. This is where mindset changes here. You don't define the steps anymore, you define the goal. A great example here I can take is lead data enrichment. The sales team wants enriched lead data. The data exists across CRM, it can exist in LinkedIn, internal databases, and other sources. The problem here is the steps are different every time. So instead of defining a fixed workflow, you give the agent a task. Give me accurate, enriched lead data. Then agent, what it does, it checks the CRM, it identifies the missing fields, looks up the external sources, calls APIs dynamically, cleans and enriches data, updates CRM, and notifies sales. There is no fixed path. The agent decides how to complete the task. Think of it, this way. I don't care how it's done, just get me accurate leads. That's an AI agent. Finally, we have agentic AI. Here, the entire business process runs itself end to end. A very real example is order to cash exception handling. Orders fail generally due to pricing issues, credit limits, or inventory problems. And multiple teams get involved as it delays. I mean, it directly impacts the revenue, right? So now in an agentic setup, so we have multiple agents now. So what one agent can monitor failed orders, another agent analyzes the failure reason, another checks ERP and inventory, another proposes corrective action, and another executes the fix and retires the order. So each agent has a defined role. They collaborate towards a goal. There is no longer about automating steps here. It's about running the process. The right way to think about this is the system runs the business process and not just automate tasks. So it works towards the end goal ultimately. I mean, multiple agents work together to execute the complete project. So that's agentic AI for you. Now, so after knowing all these terms, now, I mean, this clarity leads us to a $1 million question. Where do we actually start? Generally, business teams ask, what processes should we automate? IT teams ask, how do we automate? And leadership ask, which platform should we standardize on? Everyone is asking the right question, but from different angles. Without shared starting point, automation always slows down before it begins. So yeah, this is where the automation hub comes in, the platform that Bizdata built in. So this is where automation hub becomes the master stroke. Instead of starting with tools or architecture, automation hub is a single place where teams can search automation by business process, they can search by industry, they can search by systems involved. No guesswork required, no blank canvas. And this is where the focus shifts from designing automation to selecting and activating proven workflows. Again, once the right workflow is found, the next step is obviously execution. This is where eZintegrations comes into the picture. My colleague Fardeen will be walking you guys through the live demo where he'll be showcasing Automation Hub as well as eZintegrations. So basically, the context I'll be giving the context. eZintegrations is the execution platform where workflows are imported, configured, and run across APIs, ERPs, databases, files, etc. So you can see the flow. After a workflow is downloaded from the Automation Hub, it is imported directly into eZintegrations. There's no rebuilding required, no redesigning, and no custom glue code. Teams simply configure it for their environment and connect systems, set parameters, define the triggers. This is where automation stops being a project and starts becoming an operational infrastructure. With that context, let's make this real. I'll now hand this over to Fardeen, who will walk you through a wonderful live demo. He'll show workflow automation, AI workflows, AI agents, agentic AI, all discovered and downloaded from the Automation Hub, imported into eZintegrations and executed live in this webinar. As you watch the demo, pay attention to how much easier execution becomes once the confusion is cleared. So yes, without any delay, over to you, Fardin. Please, take our guests through the live demo.
Thank you, Hemant. Hello everyone, I'm Fardeen and I'll be giving you all the demo on 4 categories explained by Hemant. So yeah, let's dig in. On my screen, I'm presenting the website, which is the Automation Hub. So as you all got to know about the Automation Hub through Hemant's presentation. So this is the Automation Hub. So what you're looking at here is not a design canvas. This is a place where you will find all enterprise level automations, or we can call them a catalog of enterprise ready automations, right? Because we have a lot of automations here. So this can be downloaded and you can get started. So right at the top, you can see categories. So we have this workflow automations, AI workflows, AI agents, and agentic AI. So these represent increasing levels of intelligence, but they all follow the same execution model. That is, discover, import, and run. So just with 3-4 steps, you can get started with the automations. As I move down the page, you will notice featured automations. So these range from traditional ERPs and system integrations to AI and agent-driven process. So now one more important thing that, it's for the enterprise leaders. When we talk about AI and automations, or let's say integrations in general, what comes to the mind, that is data security, right? And I would assume everyone would agree. Like when you talk about AI, data security is a concern that comes to everyone's mind. So to address this concern, I would like to highlight these three trust indicators directly on the home page. So this hub is built with enterprise compliance in mind, including security and governance standards. So we have this SOC type 2, we are GDPR compliant and HIPAA compliant as well. So you can also, click on this and check out the relatable blocks for all of this compliance logo that's available. So the next big question. So let's say you are into this automation hub. What if you're not aware what kind of automations that you would or your organization would like to go for, right? Since you're not aware what automations you want to pick up, or you are not aware what automations are available out of the box. So that's one of the concern. So to address this issue, you can see on my right side, you have the search engine. I would call it search engine because if let's say anyone wants to come and search by business process, anyone wants to come by and search by industry, by systems involved, they can just do it here. So let me open the website again and show it to you guys. Right. So eZintegration.ai is the website. I would request my colleague to send this particular link in the chat section. So this is the link. So once you are in this particular link, just click on automate now and you're searching. Let's say I'm just searching for Amazon. Now all other integration that's available for Amazon will be available here. So you can see, inventory sync from Amazon to Acumatica to Amazon. So every integration, so every blocks that's available for Amazon will be available. So this means, team don't have to start with guesswork. They just start with automation that's already maps to the real world environment. So I think, yeah, let's just start with first flow, the first category, that is workflow automation. So for that, I'll just click on workflow automation and I click on this search button. So right now, the entire automation hub is filtered out with my workflow automation category. So you all got to know what a workflow automation category is. It's kind of a deterministic or repeatable workflows enterprise rely on every day. Something that you do day to day, let's say it's like order sync and someone would like to do it manually and it's a repeatable work. So why to do it manually when automation can take care of that? So those kinds of flows are available here. So let's just open a few of the flows. So I'll just go to the last page. So this is one of the flow that I would like to show you. Let's just click on this particular flow. Okay. So one more thing that I would like to highlight, right? So you can see that this is kind of a product page that's available. So when I clicked on this Amazon settlement report to ERP, so a quick brief on what exactly it is. So Amazon settlement report in the sense, so basically bi-weekly or twice a month. So what happens, the settlement report should be synced for financial reconciliation. So usually any of the members that's working in e-commerce industry, they would know this, what exactly financial reconciliation is or settlement report exactly is. So what we are doing here is instead of doing that manually, because you might need to go to the Amazon UI, you need to fetch the report and you need to extract the settlement report manually. So instead of doing that manually, this automation, it will automatically fetch the settlement report from Amazon UI and it will send it to ERP system. So, and it's kind of a repeatable work, right? So we can set it. So this particular product page gives the entire information on that particular workflow. It will tell you what are the functional details, what are the technical details. It will show you the relatable video demo. It will also show you the relatable blocks that's available for this workflow automation. So each and every detailed information along with the APIs or the technical details that's being used to do this workflow automation is available here in this product page. So let's just go ahead and let's download. So you all got to know that it's like a 3 or 4 step process, right? Just download, import, and get started for enterprise level automations. So that's what we will do. Right now, we'll just go ahead and we'll download. So right now we have searched for the automation that's needed. We'll go ahead and we'll download it. So let me just download. You can see that once I clicked on download, it has already been added to the cart. So it's like a marketplace experience, I can say, right? So you, let's say you're using Amazon and you're buying something, how you will add something to cart and how you'll buy it. So it's the same approach. You just add to the cart, you proceed to checkout, you enter your details, maybe you're creating an account because any of the e-com platform will create an account. So just like that, you create an account and you place order. So once you place order, so right now it's $0. So once you place order, so the automation, it will be available here. So you can see this download section where you will have the product link and it will give a download link here. So let me just click on this download link, and that integration automation is available here. So it's downloaded in my system. So what next, right? So after it's been downloaded, what next? So a quick brief on execution. So how will you execute it? So let me just open eZintegrations. So you all just had a quick overview on eZintegration in the PPT. But let me just brief you once more. It's a powerful AI automation and integration platform. It is designed to orchestrate workflows across APIs, ERPs, and database. Basically, in simple terms, I can say if you want to connect 2 systems or more than 2 systems, this is the platform that's used, right? So this is how the UI looks like, and each line represents the integrations, right? Okay, so now what next? So you have downloaded, you are in this eZintegrations platform. You just need to click on this import button on my left corner. I'll just click on that. I'll import from encrypted because the file which I downloaded was an encrypted file, right? So, and this is a file that I downloaded. So I'll just click on that. Now you can see the file which I imported will be available here. So this is the file that I imported. So that means that Amazon settlement report to Oracle database is already available. So what next? What you have to do to configure it to your system? So for that, you can see we have the start button, we have refresh button, status button, and we have edit button here. So let me click on this edit button. So once I click on this edit button, I have 4 simple steps: data source, data target, data operation, data target, and summary. So data source is where I have connected Amazon. So for that, I just need to come here and configure my Amazon credential. So I'll just go ahead and I will configure my Amazon credentials. I just kept it here. So let me just copy this, right? And let me just put it here. And let me click on test button. So we have tested the connection. So which means that our connection is successful. After I configure my connection in the source, that is Amazon, now my step is to connect the data target. So I'll connect my data target, that is Oracle EBS. So I'll just come here, I'll put my username, I'll put my password, right? So I have inputted that. That's all. Input your source credential, input your target credential, and click on update. Now it has been configured for your system, right? For your environment or for your Amazon or for your EBS. Now what next? I just come here and start the service. So before starting the service, I would also like to show the Oracle EBS. So let's just go ahead and run this query to make sure that our database is empty. So let it run and we'll make sure our database is empty, and we'll go ahead and we'll run the service. So also I would like to highlight few things. So you don't need to come here. Okay, so our database is empty. Just have a look. Okay, you don't need to come here and start the service every time. So it's kind of a schedule. So it works on a schedule basis as well. Because settlement report comes twice a month, right? So we will get bi-weekly, so twice a month. So we can just configure it to run in a way that it runs every 15 days. So we can do that. So, but I'll show you how this particular thing works. Let me start the service. So this means that service has started. So it gave me a message that service has started, and you can see that status is changed to green. I click on this live streaming log here. So this streaming log actually tells you how exactly the data is getting fetched from Amazon and how it is getting ingested into the data target. So it usually takes, quite few seconds. So you can see that the settlement report from Amazon UI is fetched and it has been ingested into the target. So usually takes quite, 1 to 2 seconds or milliseconds generally. So this has all plus minus from Amazon settlement report, profit loss, everything. So entire details has been fetched and it has been sent to the Oracle EBS. So this is one of the example of workflow automation that I wanted to show you, like first category from Amazon settlement report to Oracle EBS. Now we will move to the next category, that is AI workflow. So let me just click on AI workflow and let me search here, and all our automations that's related to AI workflow will be available. So we'll cover every categories and I'll show automations on the every category, right? So uh, so what's the different, right? So we had workflow automation. What is different of what is different in AI workflow? How it is different from that? So here execution is autonomous and goal driven. So instead of following a fixed sequence of steps, or like in workflow automation we had given us steps that we told it, this is your source, this is your target, and these are the operations that you need to perform. Here we are embedding the intelligence inside these operations. We are telling that these steps should be done by AI, because humanly it might not be possible, or by the normal conventional operation it might not be possible. So we ask AI to do those steps. That's what AI workflow is. So here I'll just go ahead and I will search few of the automations. So let's just download one. Let me go to my next page. Okay, so here we can see that we have a purchase order to Acumatica ERP. So Acumatica is an ERP, that is enterprise resource planning system, and we have a purchase order. So you all must be knowing what a purchase order is, basically to get things that's out of the stock. So we have this purchase order, and in any of the organization, if I can talk, so that purchase order can come in a different formats, right? The formats can vary from every purchase order that's coming from different vendors, and it might come in different file types. So some of the purchase order might come in images, some of the purchase order might come in PDFs, like that. So here are a few examples that I would like to show you. So I have this PNG purchase order, I have the PDF purchase order. So and you can see that every purchase order that's available here, it's completely different from each other. I can see the structure is different, right? So let's just check what all the structures here. So you can see that the structures are completely different, right? So what this that's where AI is coming in here, because if I go with normal conventional workflow automation, it won't be able to recognize the different structure, and AI will be able to recognize that. So what I'm telling this AI is, go and fetch the every purchase order that's there in my source. The source is SharePoint that I'm using here. So I'll ask it, go and fetch every purchase order, extract the content from the purchase order including the line items, and ingest that particular data into the ERP. So right now we are using Acumatica ERP is right here. So let me just refresh it and we'll see the last order number. So it's 46. So what we'll do is, this is my source, this is my target, that is Acumatica ERP, and our workflow automation is available here. So right. So let's just click on it. That is Acumatica automate PDF and image purchase order to Acumatica ERP, and it's the same step to follow. You just download it, you create the account, you enter your credential, and the file will be downloaded in your system. So I won't do this step again and again, so because I have already downloaded and I have already imported it. So this is what the file that will be downloaded. Once you download that, let me stop my previous workflow. Let's just stop that, since we have moved to AI workflow. So this is our AI workflow, the second one. So let me edit and show you guys how the source and the data target is connected. So source, has a set, we are connecting the SharePoint, right? So every purchase order that's available in the SharePoint will be available here. So this is what my source looks like. I just connect it. This is what my target looks like. In the target, I just need to come here and input my credentials. So whatever access token your Acumatica is Acumatica has generated, just come and put it up here, right? So, and that's all. Put a source, put your target, and click on update. Now you know that it has been configured with respect to your with your organization, with your system. I just need to go ahead and need to start the service. What this automations AI automation will do, it will go ahead, it will start fetching my purchase order from the source. It works on the principle of document understanding, right? Because these are the documents and AI should able to understand the document content. So it will understand the document content, it will extract it, and it will send it to the target. Even the schema preparation, if I can say, because every system has a particular schema that it accepts the data. So even the schema, so you can see the data has been ingested. So even the schema preparation happens on the fly. The AI prepares the schema, and it ingests it. So let's compare side by side, right? So let me just zoom it down. So you can see I have the vendor information, and I have ship to details, and I have line items. What AI did, it fetched all the line items and it ingested into the ERP. It fetched the vendor details, it ingested. Even if I open the line items, it also did the internal mapping, right? Because SIM card might have different mappings internally. So it also did the internal mapping, and you can see the entire information accumulated here from the automation. Just from the purchase order, I would say, right? Just from the piece of paper, entire information has been extracted and we got the data in ERP. So that's what AI workflow is about, right? Get the data maybe from unstructured or from the AI intelligence. That's the difference between workflow automation, AI workflow. So let's stop this particular integration, and we'll move to the third category, that is AI agent. So let me just go ahead and load this. Okay. Now, what is AI agent? So there's this very thin line, I would say, between AI workflow, AI agent, and agentic AI, because there can be confusion between people what exactly it is. So a thin line of difference, I would say. In AI agent, the agent is given a goal, I would say, right? It's given a goal that you should be able to complete this activity. Now, and it's up to the agent how it is doing it, right? We are not telling the steps, we are just telling the end goal, and it decides what actions are required and how to execute the task. It decides on its own. So we have few of the AI agent right here. So I would pick maybe the ICP scoring. Let me just brief you what ICP scoring is. Let's say you run a company and you're looking for a lead, and you're not sure. Let's say you got 10 leads and you're not sure which leads to target the most, right? Because they are not your ICPs. ICP stands for ideal customer profile. So that's what this particular automation comes in. What this will do, so we have set some criteria for the agent that it should score based on the few of the criteria. So let me just open it again and show it to you guys. So you just need to click on AI agent. You just need to click on ICP scoring, and that's how it will look. So this agent is given an end goal, as I said, based to do the ICP scoring. So here our source is Google Sheet. So this is our source, and this is our target as well. And you can see I have a list of leads. So what I'll tell this agent, read all the leads, and based on the criteria, give me the ICP score, whom I should go and target the most, or whom I should go and contact the most, right? So this is kind of a part of the thing that AI agent does. I can also go and ask it to go and send the dynamic mails to every lead who has the ICP score more than 80. So I can do that, or I can ask it go and load this particular leads into the cold email campaign too, like instantly. I can ask it to do that as well. So it will do it. So let's just check how this particular thing works. So it's the same process. You just need to come here. You need to download the file will be downloaded, and you need to go to the eZintegrations, right? You need to go to the eZintegrations. Let me just refresh it. So once you're integrated eZintegrations, you will just click on import from encrypted, and you will import that file. And this particular file will get downloaded. That is AI agent ICP scoring, right? So once you have downloaded that file, just click on edit button. Since we are using Google Sheet, so you need to input the credential of the Google Sheet. So I have inputted the details, that is to flow in the source and in the target as well. So I have added that, and that's all. Just click on update. Just like a three-step process, I would say: enter your source credential, enter your target credential, and click on update. So yeah, once that is done, the AI agent is ready. I'll just click on start button. Now what we'll do is we'll just be in this particular sheet, not this sheet, the ICP scoring sheet. So we'll just be in this particular sheet and let AI do its magic, right? So we'll just wait and we'll just watch how the ICP score is coming and getting ingested in this particular sheet. So now it will check the criteria that we had set. It will go and validate the things that we have told it to check based on every lead, and it will start scoring, right? So let's just wait for a few seconds and let's see how the ICP score is coming into this particular file. Right. Let's also watch at the live log. So let me just go back and let's check the live log as well. Basically, live logs tells you if the process is completed or not, right? So that's what live log does. So let's just come back. So you can see it's basically said that the process is completed. It said that, record are processed. So if I come back to see it, you can see that my ICP score is already there, right? So now it told that, this of the ICP score, this of the customer profile is it's giving 100 score. So that's one of the profile that I might contact the most, right? Those are our potential lead. So that's how this particular agent works. It's given an end goal and it's up to the agent how it executes the task and gives the end result. So that's what about AI workflow, sorry, AI agent. Now we can move to our final category, that's agentic AI. So let me just go ahead and let me refresh this. So in agentic AI, you can see that we have a few of the agentic AI available here out of the box. So there is patient onboarding, there's vendor onboarding, there's resume screening agent. So what does this agentic AI does and how it is different? So in every three of the categories, starting three of the categories, you had seen that there were one agent, so there was one AI, right? So agentic AI is not one. Instead of one agent making decision in isolation, multiple agents take on specialized role. Agents can communicate and share context. Tasks are dynamically delegated. Execution paths evolve based on outcomes, right? For example, one agent may analyze data, other may validate it, or other may enrich it, or other may take actions across enterprise systems. So that's what agentic AI is, and that's how it is different from other AI agents, AI workflows, and it's quite powerful because the multiple steps, multiple reasoning happening, and multiple agents working together, and the tasks are delegated. So what we will do now here is we will just download the agentic AI. That's let's just download vendor onboarding agent. So a quick brief overview on what exactly this agent is. So you all know that in the organization, what happens is there'll be a vendor onboarding form, right? So usually it will be like a form that vendor has to come in, they have to fill, and someone inside in the organization, they will validate it, they'll compare it with the W9 form, and they might again enter it manually again to a few of the other systems, maybe Oracle EBS kind of ERP system, right? So that's how the manual process works in vendor onboarding. And what this agent does, this agent will just ask you for a W9 form. It might ask a W9 form, and we upload a W9 form, and it will automatically go and onboard this agent into the EBS. So that's what that's the overview on this vendor onboarding agent. So I'll just show you how this particular thing works. So it's the same process as I said. Just click on download, the agent will get downloaded, and now it's not the easy integration UI. So it's the Goldfinch UI. So I'll just tell you, and I'll just navigate you how to go to Goldfinch UI. So once you are in this easy integration, so this is where you'll land, and you can see this is easy integration. This is Goldfinch AI. So let me just click on Goldfinch AI. We'll just open it right here, right? So let's open it here. Okay. So once you are into Goldfinch AI, so there'll be this option of my agent. So I just clicked on that and you can see my agents. So I just click on my agents. So this is where you'll be able to see all the agent that's imported already. So for you, once you're downloading the Goldfinch AI, you just click on import button. You select the agent that's already downloaded and it will be imported and it will be available like this. This is called vendor onboarding agent, right? So let me just go back to the chat section. So once the agent is onboarded, you don't have to do anything. I'll just go to the chat section where you can see, it shows the most recent agent here, and you can also change the agent here. So right now what we'll do is we'll give it a W9 form. So if you can see this particular image, you can see that we are giving a W9 form to agent. Agentic AI will process. There's also a human in the loop, right? Let's say agent has been told that these are the important fields, or these are the fields that shouldn't be missed while importing it from the EBS. So it will make sure that it asks the human in the approach. So let's just download it. So let's just go with the process. So I just upload the W9 form. So let me show you the W9 form as well. So it's handwritten. So we have this taxpayer name, identification number, and few of the things in W9 form, right? So let me just load this W9 form to the agentic AI. And I won't give any of the prompt. I won't even ask it to go and input. I'll just click on send, because this agent is already trained what to do, right? Because every agent is different, and this is when the onboarding agent, right, already knows what exactly it should be doing. So I just go and give the W9 form. Now you can see that once I give the W9 form, it extracted all the content, and on the left side you can see the task that it has performed, and it is asking me, would you like to send the data into Oracle EBS? Just to make sure that the content is correct, what it has fetched, and we are reviewing it. That's like a human in the loop. So I'm telling yes, please go ahead and ingest into the database. Now it will check the mandatory fields that we have trained the agent to check on. So it is asking me, please provide the address you'd like to include. So let's just give it an address. I have just copied the address and kept it. So let me just copy it again. Any random address. So let's just give this address. I click on enter, and let's just check what it does next. So great, thank you. Could you let me know what would like to use this? Okay, what would you use for the signature? So let me just give a name. Let's say you want Chin, or let me just give my name for now. Let's say Ferdin is the signature. Right, got it. Fine. Could you tell me the date you'd like to include? So let's give today's date. So let me just put 2026. Let me give 01 Jan, and let me say 15. So today's date. So why the agent is asking me all these things? Because it has already been configured that you should check all these fields only if these fields are available in W9 form. You should go and ingest it. If the fields are not available, don't go and ingest it. So it is telling that the taxpayers data has been already successfully sent to the Oracle EBS. So let's just go ahead and let's just check if we have the data. So this is the database it is ingesting it into. So let's just wait and check how the data is getting ingested here, along with my signature and the data from the WN form that was handwritten. So you can see, and the address that I gave it, right? Address, date, and the signature, and these two fields it extracted from the W9 form. If all the fields were present in the W9 form, it would have extracted and sent it directly. Since it was absent, it made sure that human is in the loop, and it asked me for the response. So this is what agentic AI is, and as I said, multiple agents work together. So on the left corner, you can see that there is this query analysis agent, there is this API. So one more agent is going and calling the API. One more agent that's general intelligence that takes everything and creates a response. So that's how this particular agentic AI works. So I think with this, we have covered all four categories. That is workflow automation, AI workflow, AI agent, and agentic AI. And we saw the demo on each of the category. So yeah, with this, I think we are at the end of the webinar. So uh, right now, I think yeah, we can take questions as well. So let me just go back to my and stop sharing.
So yes, we are open for questions. Fardin, I can see we are getting few questions from the audience here. So we got a question. So the question goes like, how are the workflows imported into easy integrations technically?
Right, yeah, yeah, I would like to answer that. Uh, Let me just make sure I'm not on mute. I'm not on mute, right? Okay. So yeah, how workflows are imported technically, right? So basically, workflows downloaded from the automation hub are imported as a predefined orchestration artifacts, right? So once you download the workflow, as I showed you, it gets downloaded as a .ez file. That's the extension that gets downloaded. That's an encrypted file. So you just need to go on this import button and just basically import it. So that's how it works. So after importing, there's this credentials or the environment specific configuration that you have to put in, like system endpoints, maybe runtime parameters, triggers, or if you want to go and schedule it, you can schedule it. So completely like a template, just come in, input the details, and get started. Okay, and I can see one more question.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, Hemant, yeah, if you like to take that. So, how do teams version and reuse workflow across environment?
So yeah,
Yeah,
can you, yeah, so your team, I mean, your question says, how do teams version and reuse workflows, right?
across
Okay.
environment. Yeah.
So yeah, basically workflows are treated as reusable assets. They can be imported, configured, reused across, teams, business units, environments. So configuration is separated from the logic, which simplifies reuse. So yes, yeah.
I can see one more question. That is, can existing API scripts or AI models be reused? Yes, I would like to answer that. Yes, they can be reused. Existing APIs and AI service can be embedded into workflows as well. It can be invoked by agent. Basically, the platform orchestrates them, right? It does not replace them, so it can be reused. Right. Yeah. If any more questions, you can just put it in the chat and be able to answer. Yeah, I think yeah, we have no more questions, so we can end the webinar, right? Thank you all. Thank you for joining the webinar.